show. And today is Michael Jackson's birthday, man. Michael Jackson would be alive today and kicking it. And we would probably be in the front row going, we love you, Michael. Anyway, so Michael, God bless you for all the work that you do. Listen, if you are a Michael Jackson impersonator or a Prince impersonator, I want you on my show. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear from you. What is going on in your world when you put on your glitter socks and your one glitter glove and go out and greet the world? I just want to know what that's like. So please email us and let's get you on the show. Our email is acemichaelshow@yahoo.com. You can also call us if you'd like or text us at 702-540-3498. And that way you can come on the show and we can find out your side of the story. What's going on behind that? Anyway, on the show today, I have my good friend Starfish the Mermaid.
Hello.
Is with us. And she is going to tell us tales from beneath the water. Welcome to the show, darling.
Hello, how are you?
Hello, how are you? How I am is trivial compared to how you are, because after all, you're a mermaid. Mm-hmm. I can't even nearly compete with that. You're a freaking mermaid. Like,
mythical
what is
creature.
that like? Do people know you as a mermaid everywhere you go?
Pretty much. It's my lifestyle.
Nice. Two mermaids walking a bar. So when you go play, do you get people who stop you and be like, hey, what's up? How's the mermaiding going?
Oh, pretty much, yeah. Like, you look like a mermaid, or I get little girls just...
That's sweet, though. They're like infatuated with you, these little girls.
Everybody is when I'm out. It's lovely. And that's what I love doing about it, is spreading the magic for everybody in all ages.
Would you do any other kind of job?
No, not really.
For all the money in the world? Literally all the money in the world?
No, I want to make all the money in the world doing this, but what I love. Everybody should do that.
Nice. And so if they came to you and they said, listen, you can have this much money, you got to stop doing mermaiding for a year. Work in the office, save a little money. You can go back to mermaiding a year from now, but this year, no mermaiding. You wouldn't do it.
As tempting as that is, I'm just far too passionate about it. And, in that same year, I'll have gotten just as far, if not further.
Hey, there it is. Hey, America, man, that's it. So let me ask you this, then. What kind of gigs do you get as a mermaid?
Mostly resort parties, but I get a lot of events, festivals, and kids parties as well.
Like corporate gigs you get? Mm-hmm. That is so crazy. Mm-hmm. Bob in accounting, look, there's a mermaid. You have a drink. Yes, let's do our deal.
Mm-hmm. Mermaids are popular in product launches and whatnot, anything related to the ocean or
And you wear basically this and less, and you make this stuff yourself, right? You make all your costumes?
My mermaid tails and most of my tops, yeah.
Wow.
I make pretty much everything myself.
How does one go about making a mermaid tail? Did you just jump into that? You're like, this looks like a mermaid tail. I've got a career.
A lot of experimentation and a lot of money.
I bet. It's expensive because you probably have to find stuff that's water soluble.
Mm-hmm. And safe for the environment as well.
It's crazy. So how do you test it? In your bathtub?
My swimming pool, I have my own grotto.
Nice. Is there a difference in the water that you're going to work in? Like, do they have to treat the water a certain way for you to get down and do your thing?
As long as it's, tested safe, the pH is okay for the fish, and the fish won't be shocked if they're okay with it,
I didn't even think about it. You actually swim with real fish.
I have.
Check you. And the fish aren't looking at you crazy like,
no, the stingrays the stingrays love to just come up and rest up on my tail and just hang out with me, and I would pet on them and they'd just be chilling, and
Are you
a lot
some
of fun.
kind of a fish whisperer? Like, do you feel like you can connect with these fish and talk to them in some way?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't do it on purpose either.
Right? Exactly. And so when you're doing your mermaid gig, do guys come up when you give you mermaid pickup lines?
Mm-hmm.
What's the best one you've heard? Or the worst one?
I've heard.
The best one is probably the worst one.
Oh gosh, I get so many of them. I think the most common one I get is when they ask me what size shells I wear. Yeah.
I am constantly embarrassed by my brothers. Would y'all please stop doing stuff like that? You're making our whole species look ridiculous. What size shells do you wear? No, really, what size shell? No, I'm kidding. That's crazy. So you go out and you do the gig, right? You have a boyfriend or you have a significant other in your life who has to be there kind of in the background? Like, yo, man, that's my mermaid, bro.
Yeah. Sirens have just friends, and
Right.
we always just have our helpers. We have a lot of friends who love helping. Who doesn't want to help a mermaid?
But in the world we live in, you got to have some guy who walks you to your car, though, because being a mermaid, for some reason, the guys won't know how to act with that. Like, oh.
It does help, yeah.
Yeah, that's
But
interesting.
I'm a strong woman. I can take care of myself.
Is it considered, would you consider it a sexy job? Like when you say you're doing a mermaid gig, is that like, is there a fetish for people who love mermaids?
Some people do. I don't do those types of gigs, but
There's a types of those gigs, really? Like seriously?
I've heard of it. I've heard of it.
Crazy. There's a type of person who is trying to get with a mermaid.
There's all kinds of gigs.
Oh my god. I love it. I love
Humans
it.
are funny. I mean, I don't know how to figure you guys out.
Right, for real. And then let's talk about the elephant in the room, because you may not even know that there is an elephant in this room, but there is. And I'm going to say it rhymes with B World, for lack of a better term. And, they've gotten a lot of flack about the way that they treat some of their animals, most of their animals, pretty much all of their animals. What are your thoughts on that? Like, since you're in that industry pretty much. So if they offered you a job at one of these luxury resort animal mistreatment for fun places, would you take a job there?
Only
lots of
if
money.
it was
Michael
for
Jackson kind of money.
conservation purposes and they were trying to turn their image around. That's probably the only way I would do a gig for them.
It's pretty sad because if you think about it, I mean, not to get all deep, but I am deep. You actually are the only voice these animals have. Really, it takes a human to get us to understand the unethical treatment of these animals.
Or at least a half human.
That's what's up. If people want to contact you, how do they reach you?
The absolute best way would be by email, rentamermaid@gmail.com, or you can go to my Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Starfish the Mermaid, and lastly, starfishthemermaid.com. Just one last plug, right?
And that is what's up. Hey man, if you need a starfish, themermaid.com, that's where you go. See, that's how you do it without it sounding like it. Anyway, so that's how it's up, man. And you've been on the Ace Michael Show. It's been the Ace Michael Show. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for liking. Thank you for making us #1 on your social media. If you ever want to be on the show, please do so. And you know what I say at the end of every show, and I still mean it to this day. Live the life you love. Love the life you live. Thank you.